What's up, guys? Jay Daniel here. This is Remote Closer Millionaire episode. What episode are we on? I'm just kidding. It's episode 48. And we are on top of the world right now. Holy shit, guys. Like, my brain is going at 1,000,000 miles an hour. So yesterday we had the first episode for the boot camp. Fantastic. I actually really enjoyed the dynamic. Like, because it's so... Sometimes when you teach things, right, you're like reminded, like, fuck, like, how simple is this game? How simple is it to get to the next level? How simple is business? The issue isn't a lack of information. The issue is literally the abundance of, right? The amount of confusion. Like, there's so much shit, so many people you can learn from. Like, I have so many collaborations, so many ideas that I'm going to put together for this. I have, all the visions I've been talking about, like, they're coming true. Like, everything is aligning. And so my focus and my intention with the boot camp and with the school in the short term is I want to make as many, like, huge case studies as possible. Like, literally, like everybody in the boot camp. My guy Mark, who's having a crazy story. I just released episode as of when this video is released, his will be out. But episode 47, where I interview him, like, he was closing with me 4.5, 5 years ago. We went through the same training, studied under the same guys. The guy used to, like, outsell me, he used to do like 10, 12 grand a month, from being homeless, right? Like, and he was a workaholic, and he ended up, like, having a bad, he went to Sales Sniper with me too, literally two of the top companies in the space. We worked there together for years. And basically he became, he started a business, like, and personal stuff happened. And basically, long story short, being around the wrong people, like, he just ended up getting arrested for like 5 months. And so he just got out, and we talk, and all he's saying is, dude, every single minute that I was in there, I was focused on my personal development. Every lesson that I've ever learned, I've sat back, I've reflected on, and I've stepped into. Like, it was so powerful. And so I think he's going to be an awesome success story. I think he's going to fucking kill it. And it gives me a sense of, like, purpose in terms of, like, dude, like, let me beef my stuff up, like, let me, like, remote closer to millionaire, right? Let me become a millionaire navigating this space, like, sales roles, offering, like recruiting opportunities, networking, branding, right? Like, let me do these things for myself. Let me step my game up to the highest possible level to lead from the front, So super good first session today. Everybody watching, like, you guys are fucking dope. Everybody, I'm being a little hard on everybody. I'm giving them a lot of stuff to do. Like, I'm prefacing it from the beginning. Like, you're going to be doing hours of work every day on what I'm giving you. But, like, it's just, these are the things that you need. Like, if you actually do everything I tell you at the highest possible level, there's no fucking world where you're not fucking traveling the world, where you're not, like, working remotely. You don't have unlimited opportunities for work. Like, it works. So I'm super glad I get to give that away, like, for free through the community. I'm super glad I get to, like, bring other people in and, right, like, offer all these different things and build up brand and build up people and build my name in the space, right? Like, I spent, between building the course and building my own personal documents, like my Taylor Welch used to call it the morning formula, right? I call it, like, your identity doc. It's the same thing, right? But, like, building that up and building up the community and redoing all the videos and the slides and creating guides. Like, I probably spent 50 hours in my last 4 days, literally 12, 14 hours a day, like, from 9 a.m., 10 a.m. until, like, 8 p.m., right? Like, we're just doing it. And, yeah, this is super exciting. I think a lot of good things are happening, but are coming for everybody in there. And it's just doing it, and it's like, I was listening to Hormozy's audiobook. He has a book, $100 Million Offers. And he talks about how he wrote a book the first time and it was good. Like, it was good. But and it could be a bestseller by itself, but the goal wasn't to be a bestseller. The goal is to be a bestseller for 50 years, 100 years, be a classic, right? And it's like, to do that, he went over he spent 6 hours a day writing. Every single day, he's just improving it, making a better quality product. And it's like, I see that. This is like the third iteration of all the videos in the curriculum. This is the fourth or fifth iteration of all the descriptions of the guides that people are getting, of the assignments, of the structure. Even the payment processors, everything is upgrading, everything's improving. My own personal life, everything's upgrading, everything's improving. Once I hit my goal of losing 30 pounds, I stopped fasting. I started just kind of eating. And it was nice. That lasted for about a week and a half. But I felt like I had more days where I was in a rut. And like literally, I had more days where my energy was shit. I couldn't get myself going. Like I still had really productive days, but I just had more shit days. And I realized I didn't even realize, but like I today, like I had the boot camp and I had some calls set up and I was like, okay, let me just be dialed in for yesterday. And so I fasted. I ate 8 p.m. I had 18 ounces of ground beef with some plantains and a little glass of Colombian lemonade that I made. My maid taught me how to make the lemonade that I made. There's a tongue twister for you. But yeah, like, and then I went the whole next day without eating. And it's so interesting because like the way the brain is wired, right? It's like dopamine, right? Like you just get addicted to shit. Sex and food are two of the things that have control over us. Like there's a reason Pornhub has more views on the internet than any other fucking website, right? Like there's a reason for that, right? Like human beings are hardwired to want sex, right? Like there's a reason there's a restaurant in every fucking corner. You're hardwired to want food. Your body demands food, right? Like if you look at an animal, what's it doing all fucking day? It's eating and it's fucking, right? So it's like if you can control that, you get full control over your mind. Control your dick, control your mouth. I promise you, if you can control your sexual urges and your hunger, you get so much extra energy, you get so much extra focus, and now everything is so pleasurable. If you remove your vices, like literally all the little stimuli and vices, if you just remove all that shit, even just like anything to do with like sex and food, if you just remove it, you only eat. Like I'm eating once a day. 8 p.m. is the only time I eat. And it's clean food. Literally yesterday I had like 11 ounces of ground beef, 4 eggs, and a plantain. And a glass of lemonade. Like, you ready?
That's good.
All right, so me and Ahmed are about to hit the gym. We put in some work early on.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Let's get it.
Let's fucking get it. So guys, thanks for tuning in. This is Remote Closer to Millionaire, episode 48. We're taking over the world.
Oh, actually, one thing that's relevant to this, we were just talking, Jay-Z was on a call about tax residency. And we were just talking about how you can establish tax residency in places like Paraguay, Panama, Salvador. Now, for Canadians, it's much easier because if you spend 6 months outside of the country, you can be considered a non-tax resident. Let's get in the elevator.
Yep.
So we were looking at this from Canadians' perspective, figuring out how we can establish residency in other countries to potentially save 100% of our money in taxes. So, as a closer, if that's something that you're interested in and you're not an American, we can help you out. Yeah.
Hit up your guys. No, straight up. And like lifestyle design, right? Like this is a big thing. Lifestyle design, branding. Like where are you going to live? How are you saving money? How are you spending your money? How are you budgeting your lifestyle? These are all things people don't think about. They don't talk about. Like what do you do when you're making money? You have to pay taxes. You have to hire an accountant.
It's so much like, yeah, it's important when you're an employee here, like real quick. It's important regardless if you're an employee or if you're an independent contractor or a business owner. But the reality is, especially in this online world, you have so much control over what you do, how you do it, where you can do it. So you might as well take advantage of it, because if you're not, you're just leaving money on the table, and that's kind of the message.
That's true. That's true. And look, like imagine you make $67,000 a year. ¿Cómo estás, señor? That's our security guard. So imagine you're making $67,000. We're in the nicest part of Colombia, just living it up. Imagine if you're making $67,000 a year and you're paying $14,000 in taxes. Like, dude, like, okay, cool. You want to give back, bro.
Honestly, that's not even that bad. But I mean, you could be paying zero. That's the reality.
But what would you do with an extra $14,000 in your pocket? What if you give $7,000
as
to
a
one
Canadian?
place?
Imagine you're paying $30,000 in taxes.
First world countries, you get fucked. And so that's the thing about it. We're running down the mountain right now. If you hear some back noise.
Imagine you could live a better life, pay less money just to survive, have better quality food, ingredients, services, and pay no fucking taxes.
Straight up. And so, like,
let's go.
What would you do with that extra money? I'm just crossing. What would you do with that extra money, right? You got to think about these things. something I teach in my curriculum in Will Paradise University is you gotta have time segments. You know what? Just go to the fucking website. I got a mountain to run down.